And we are back. Okay, and we're still also waiting for this dude to finish helping his mother with his printer. But fingers crossed he shouldn't take too long. Now, this instance, as far as I'm aware, has 2 bosses, and well done, you've gone and pulled. Right, looks like I should probably tank these, considering I'm the only one that wears heavy armor out of the group. Apart from, oh no, we have a berserker, don't we? So it's probably a better idea for the berserker to take the tank in, now that the Lancer's gone AFK to help his mother with a printer. Oh, for the love of Christ. Why people feel the need to pull when they know that the tank is AFK, I do not know, but you know what? We should be able to cope with just a couple of mobs. It's fine. Come on, come on, come on. This is the one thing I don't like about Slayer, is the fact that their movement, the speed that they attack with is not the best. It's not very fast. But when we do land strikes, it hits like a motherfucker, so try and hit him with that and that. Now I might make a video, because this is the last day of the Tera beta, but I might make a video in a minute after this dungeon that basically explains what kind of rotation you want to be using at level 20, like in your first sort of instance. The kind of rotation you'll want to be using, because as far as I'm aware, there is no set rotation, and that's sort of how it should be, but at the same time there is ways in which you can increase your damage output and the speed that you attack with your weapon, instead of just, you know, hitting. Don't do that again. Respect my authority. So it seems as we're all around a campfire, it's actually... herp-a-dup. Let's go just see what's down here. Hopefully I won't pull anything. Let's have a look at a little bit of exploring in. So what, like I was saying, from what I know, there is only 2 bosses in this dungeon. Oh god, she's gonna go pull again, isn't she? And my phone's on loudspeaker. I apologise, guys. She's no doubt going to go and pull again. Damn these people and their kamikaze stuff. Alright. Wow, really? So I'm not going to cut any of this out because it's kind of a live playthrough, and you guys get a feel of what Tera is like. You know, I'm not saying that Tera is like this all the time, that people just kind of leave and come back as they please. In fact, you know what? Yeah, dulling isn't allowed in here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut this video, and I'm going to wait for this guy to come back, and then I will resume the video once the guy has come back. So I'll see you guys in just a minute. Oh no, he's back. He's back. He's back. Awesome. Let's keep on moving then. Alright, so... okay, now we seem to have gained a fair amount of mobs here. It's only 4. We'll be fine. I'll tell you what, this is much more fun than doing the instance in WoW. It actually kind of feels... No, I don't want to say more realistic, because of course it's not, but I want to say like it's more engaging. Because with WoW, you just kind of target something and then press button. You know, press button, cast frostbolt, as Total Biscuit once said. So I'm kind of not into that. I'm much more into the whole, you know, target something with your mouse, like a first-person shooter. Target something with your mouse and then go ahead and beat the living shit out of it with the buttons that you have available to you at the time. which is awesome, in my opinion. I think is the best way forward. Okay. Right, he's dead. I didn't even realise I was fighting another mob over there. Now, from what I can tell, you don't really get that much XP from doing instances, but that may be just now that I'm getting that. Jesus Christ, the the attack animations from all these classes is just insane. Like, you can barely see anything. I'm just going to zoom out, make sure that you guys can see exactly what is going on around me, because it's kind of pointless if you can't. Oh wow, that completely missed. Jesus. Okay, I really want to see the first boss. From what I recall, from looking at one of the websites, one of the official Tera websites, the first boss consists of something to do with like stone or something like that. Like it's a stone boss or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's something along those lines of a big stone giant, which is pretty cool if I don't say so myself. Now, I would really like to go ahead and pull all the mobs that are in the middle there, but I would probably die. Now, this is one thing that is definitely beneficial about the Slayer class, is that being a big two-handed wielding great big oaf that you are, you're able to just kind of run and, you know, your attacking what is it? I think it's 180-degree radius. So when you do attack, you attack pretty much everything around you, even with your auto swings. You just literally attack everything that's behind you and in front of you, which is really, really awesome. Because, oh god, camera angles in this game sometimes are completely abysmal. Alright, tank, go pick up the mobs. Help it up. AoE damage for the hacks. But I must admit, Berserker does have more AoE damage due to that charge up ability that they've got. But nevertheless, I do feel that guides might be, you know, like class guides and stuff like that, may be slightly more unviable with Tera than... Oh god, no, don't attack that target. No, they locked that out. Okay, so that's something new that I didn't know about. You can lock targets out of combat and put them to sleep. I did not know that. I do sort of wish that they gave you Distant Blade, which is an ability that you can technically do like a attack from a distance, hence the name Distant Blade, but you're able to do sort of like a ranged attack with your melee weapon, which would probably be very beneficial right now, because you seem to miss a lot of attacks. And there isn't really that many attacks available to you at this particular level. I'm going to zoom in because I keep getting caught on random things in the area. The camera does. If there's one thing I specifically like about the Slayer class in PvE from, you know, only playing with it for the past sort of 5 minutes, is that they seem to kind of not run out of their resource, which is of course mana, but they seem to not run out of it, as it works like Death Knights do. Of course, you attack and then you gain your mana as you go along, but you don't seem to run out, and you have plenty of utilities available to you whilst actually fighting at that particular time to replenish it if you do run out. So I suppose that's a good thing. And I seem to be dealing a fair amount of damage. Let's hope for some sort of drop. I might even run this a second time afterwards, possibly, and film that as well. Wow, this isn't exactly a short dungeon, is it? Jesus. Mind you, I am glad that they haven't made it a short dungeon, because if it was a short dungeon, then I'd kind of guess that the rest of the instances were short as well, which isn't the best. Because there is the sort of like a training dungeon, like at level 11, which just consists of a couple of mobs and one boss, which I did film, but then I realised it wasn't a real dungeon. So I kind of deleted that. So as you guys can see, still killing mobs. I'd really like to move on to killing a boss. And from what I've seen from the actual Korean gameplay, like the proper retail gameplay, is that the bosses are like 50 times as big as you, so that should be intriguing to actually see for myself. And I wonder if Tera will ever have a DPS meter, because right now you have no way to tell who's doing the best DPS. You just kind of hit things and they die. There's no sort of way of telling who's doing better than who, or who's putting out more heals than who, or you know. But not that I'm saying that you need that, but at the same time there is sort of a, there has to be a way of telling if someone's good at the game or not, because if not, then of course you don't really want them in your party. And I do realise that the game's still in beta and not everyone's going to be good at the game, but still. Ah, okay, maybe I did charge the right way. Whatever. And one thing that also gets me about this game is the fact that you have to, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm gonna attempt to show it right now. When you walk in combat, you walk much slower than when you do when you're out of combat, which frustrates me in PvP. It really does, because I think you should be able to run just as fast as you are able to out of combat. Now, is this a boss or is this not a boss? This is the question. But I suppose we'll soon see. Okay, let's just ask the group if it's a boss or not. Where's the tank gone? The tank back there, still fighting mobs. Yep, fighting another mob. My bad. That's my WoW instincts that is kicking in, where I just kind of ignore a mob. I did see that mob, but I didn't think that he'd want to kill it. Boss ahead. Okay, let's just put a couple buffs. I have no idea how these charms work, but I take it works for the entire group, because everyone gets this sort of spell effect, so. Any tactics? Because I have no idea. And if you guys are unfamiliar with Tera, these campfires do, they increase your... they increase your HP and you can buff yourself whilst around the campfire, which is pretty decent actually. Pretty decent mechanic. Yeah, he's waiting for stamina. See, up in the, here, this stamina meter that I'm moving around shows you how much, this campfire increases your stamina gradually. And that Lancer's casually dancing. It's just a little bit of, get a little bit of baraka dance going on right here. All right, we've got 120% stamina. Let's go. Sick of waiting. Let's do this. Leroy. Oh shit, he said attack from behind. Okay, so I should probably get behind. Well, I'm going to stay zoomed all the way out so you guys can see all the mechanics that are going on in the fight. Wow, she dies fast. Man, she really does die fast. Unless there's more to it. Which I really, really hope there is. Soul Crusher approaches. Stage 2. Okay, so there's... What the fudge, Knuckle? Okay, so there is... Jesus Christ, that thing's huge. Okay. That's new to me. I suppose it's a good thing now that I've zoomed out, because otherwise I wouldn't even be able to see... I wouldn't be able to see anything. I can see charge coming in very, very handy in this fight. Jesus, man. He's like a truck. But luckily one of our... Well, I think maybe possibly both of our healers... Well, both of the mystics are doing a pretty decent job. But now, as it's a single target fight, I seem to be taking... I seem to be not rallying up as much mana as I was doing with multiple targets, which is, of course, news to me. I mean, you know, I've never been in a boss fight before on Tera, so this is all new stuff. So any of you guys who are criticising me or calling me a nub for this all being new to me, then I do apologise, but you know, the game's brand new, so... Oh, man. I'm glad that these things don't die very fast. I really have to admit, I am really, really glad that the first phase of the boss fight wasn't the only phase. Because if it was, that would have been extremely disappointing. Let's get myself some mana points. Give it the old overhand strike. Okay, so now it's knocked over. From what I remember, knocking something over increases your critical strike chance on it. Or at least if you've gemmed for it, it does. Let's get out the way of the front of him. Whoa, okay. So now it's exploded. Casual. Wow, that's something else, that is. That's awesome. Okay, let's get out of the way of the front of him, because otherwise I might die. I'm really not feeling dying on my first boss fight. Zoom in a little bit. Because I'm just pushed up against the wall at the minute. There we go, he's dead. Awesome, now a cutscene. Wicked. That was fun. As far as boss fights go. Okay. Well done, guys. Is there a loot chest or something? Confused face. I have no idea how loot works in this game. Just so you guys know. Keep on running. Okay, so the last boss has all the loot. Obviously, through not knowing. I suppose it's better to ask other people than give you guys false information. Okay, there's more these little dark imps. Let's just rush in and kill them all. Damn, that berserker's got a lot of AoE, man. Jesus. And one thing I've noticed, which is completely contradictory to what I was saying in the Berserker sort of first impressions video that I did, Berserkers are actually really good in PvP. I don't know how, due to the fact that they're extremely slow movement class, but they really are strong in PvP. Purely, I'm imagining, purely and simply because they hit like a truck. But then again, how are they going to hit like a truck if they can't land the strike in the first place? I suppose it's just a big area of effect damage spells that they use. And yeah, definitely no loot there. Okay, so some new enemies to face. Yeah. I gotta say, I do find this much more compelling than doing WoW dungeons. WoW dungeons are very, like I said previously, they're very point and click. Well, not so much point and click, but you guys know what I mean. Just get all that loot up off the floor. Gain some mana, rush in, and AoE. Try and do as much AoE as possible, especially since my my attacks are usually based around AoE, but there's a lot of single target damage that seems to be going on. With that overhand strike spell, it attacks things that are directly in front of you and directly behind you and very close. So you have to be careful with how you position it. But Whirlwind attacks everything in front of you and behind you, and to the side, so it's all good, like. I really do need a better weapon though. I'm rolling with a weapon from like level 15 or 16, I think. Let's just see real quick. Yep, level 15 and above. It's not exactly the best weapon, so I could be doing more damage. But there's a weapon at level 21 that has like 120 attack on it. So no, not 120. It's got like 190 attack. So I'll most likely be picking that up from a quest, which I still have. All right. So where do we go from now? Weapon crate. I hope that's not for a quest I've missed or something like that. Do you have to kill the... Wow, that's cool. Okay, that's a new mechanic. Killing the barriers. It's actually kind of sweet. It's the little things. You gotta learn to appreciate the little things in games. And life. Okie doke. We seem to be making quite good progress. So that was the first rock boss that we did. But now, as far as the second boss goes, I haven't actually done any reading up on him, so it's going to be news to me what it is, or where it is for that matter, because we seem to be just running into the great abyss here. Hadouken. Want to buy more abilities to use at this level, jeez. I know they shouldn't give all the abilities away, but at the same time, like, there's such a big gap sometimes in between when you get new abilities and when you just kind of sit dormant and get upgrades for them. It's a bit boring. So they could definitely do with increasing the rate at which you gain your abilities. Maybe they're not so powerful at the level that you actually gain them, but still I think you should have the option of getting them at a lower power. Okay, just rush in like a headless chicken and don't wait for any of us. It's perfectly fine. Skadoosh. Oh man. Less killing mobs, more killing bosses, please. Red Flood sword. Oh, hold on. It appears I just picked up a new sword. Whoa, okay. Whatever genius decided to blow that up. Thanks for almost killing me. Hold on. Look at my inventory. Level 22 above. Damn it! All the decent weapons are for level 21, 22. I think we might be getting close to another boss, or at least the last boss. So I think there's only 2 bosses in there. Get these guys down quickly. I'd love to be in a bigger dungeon, or at least a raid at some point, though. I know PvE isn't exactly my style. Yeah, that appears to be the last boss. Sweetness. It's not exactly my style, PvE, but at the same time, like, I want to be able to experience it just to see if in this game I do enjoy it. Because I know for a fact in WoW I don't enjoy it because it's too goddamn easy. Up-a-dup-a-dup. Kill all the crabs on the floor. It's not exactly the strongest looking last boss of the, you know, in the world, is it? Knowing my luck, that's not going to be the last boss. I don't think it is. I don't think they would have just attacked it like that if it was the last boss. Unless this is just phase 1, in which case then, sad face. Move out of the way. Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead. Oh dear. I'm strafing into the wall here, people. Strafing into the wall. Nope, that's not the last boss. Let's keep moving. Keep on moving. Okay. Up ahead. Kill these guys. I really want that to be the last boss now, because this instance has been lasting, must have been lasting at least like half an hour, 45 minutes maybe. I do understand that that kind of makes the video extremely long, but I'll try and cut the start of the video down, the bit where the guy was helping his mother with a kettle. I'll attempt to cut that down a little bit and chop it up, but I don't want you guys to miss much of the instance, because otherwise you won't get a decent feel for... Mind you, it's only the first couple of mobs, so I'm actually going to cut that out. The start of the instance I'll cut out, come to think of it. The very start where the tank was pissing about with a printer. Ah, so much loot's on the floor. Pick it all up, pick it all up, pick it all up. Where is the last boss, man? This takes the piss. This really does well and truly take the piss. Ah! Camera angle is bad. I love the enemies though. The enemies, they're all kind of different, and they're it's not like copy pasted textures with different clothing like WoW is. Every once in a while, you know, like, yeah, it's just not good. It's not good. It's not good in the slightest. I'm not going to spend the entire video bashing on WoW, but yeah, it's not exactly original, put it that way. I seem to be getting buffs that I don't even know what they do here. So let's have a look. Oh, sweetness. I'm level 21 now. Awesome. So next level I get Distant Blade. So yeah, probably next level I will be making a tutorial on what sort of low level rotation at about level 20 to 20, like level 20 to 22 you should be doing to improve your damage as a Slayer. Because I think Slayer is the class that I'm going to play. Warrior, because after finding out that the Warrior was an evasion tank, I kind of just lost all interest in it and started playing a Slayer. Oh man. Please don't tell me there's another room in here with just a load of little crab things. No, that's a completely different enemy in there. So, actually, maybe that is the last boss. Wow, they hit hard. Jesus, man. These definitely aren't soloable at this level. Because I know there's been a lot of videos from like the Korean, I think it was the Korean, oh god, what's it called? The Korean retail version of the game that was showing a lot of them just running around and soloing things, and people got the impression that it was possible to solo entire instances by yourself, which is completely untrue. Because you know some quests aren't even soloable, let alone instances. I'm very, very glad that that's not the case, that you can't solo things, because if it were the case, then things, you know, my time spent playing this game would probably be down to about 0, because I probably wouldn't see the point in playing the game. If you can solo everything and there's, you know, then that means there's no point in group play, which is the whole point in playing an MMORPG and blah blah blah. Can we please just fight the last boss now? Yeah. This does indeed go on for a while. Ow. I'm stuck. Jesus, man. Another thing about this that's compared to WoW, and I hate to keep making references to World of Warcraft, but like I've said previously, it's the only other MMO I've really played apart from Star Trek Online, and that doesn't really count as an MMO because it's terrible. But you can't run through people. Well, you can't run through people. That's as simple as it is. You can't. Players that are like real players, you cannot run through them. Whereas WoW, literally, you can stand one on top of each other. You can't in this game. And it kind of pisses me off a little bit because, don't get me wrong, it adds realism to the game. But then again, when you're trying to move around in a tight space, it really doesn't make things much easier. And oh my god, that big looking tadpole thing in there is, I'm guessing, the last boss. I hope we've got campfires still, because if we don't, that could suck. We might not be able to do it. Do I have any loot? Oh, I've got a campfire. Sweetness. Why are we going down here even though the last boss is back there? Dudes. Yeah, they're gonna want to go and kill stuff for XP, aren't they? Oh well. Suppose it gives you guys a thorough look at the instance. Oh, and by the way, something completely off topic. I am almost at 1,000 subscribers, so thank you very much to everyone who's new subscribing. And if this is your first time watching one of my videos, then please do feel free to go and hit the subscribe button and check out the rest of the stuff on the channel. There's a lot of other high quality videos, WoW videos, Let's Plays. There's all sorts of fun stuff that you guys can take a look at. Oh my god, I'm getting ganked by crabs. What is this world coming to? They're like armored crabs. Man. Kill the crabs. Kill it with flame. I assume after doing this we're going to go and kill the last boss, which was right behind us, but the tank for some strange reason chose to carry on killing mobs. Alright, now let's go back on ourselves, which is completely and utterly stupid, and now go and kill the last boss. Alright. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for to see if he was going to lay down a campfire, but apparently, indeed. Alright, so now we play the waiting game, I suppose. And wait for everyone to show up and get their full stamina. Okay, so let's get a brief of the tactics. /party. Tactics. It's best to just ask instead of standing in front of him and then. Okay, so he jumps around. As you can imagine by looking at the guy, he looks like a freaking toad. Kill ads first. Okay, not a problem. Standard boss tactics. So it's nice to see it's not just a straight tank and spank with no real other mechanics, because if it was, that'd be very, very boring. And her dancing is really tasteless. Seriously. What is with that? Ah, dear. Alright, let's do this. Leroy! So kill the little things first. And add to dead. Okay. Apart from one, which is ganking a healer. And he seems to be following me. Whoa! Okay, big sweeping strikes towards my direction are not greatly favoured. Yeah, and again. Mind you, that was kind of my fault. I just ran straight into him. Let's try and keep the attacks from the behind, shall we? And he's knocked down, so let's do some extra deeps. So now he's gonna... No, there we go, managed to dodge that one. These boss fights are really, really good. The bosses are, even for a beta, it's well textured. This is without the HD textures, so even considering that, the bosses are very well textured, the areas are well textured. And the mechanics seem pretty smooth and well designed, if I'm honest with you. I should be a beta tester. I should do that more often. Let's jump out of the way. Oh man, he doesn't half run around, Jesus. He's like a toad with horns. That's my description. It's like man-bear pig. It's like a toad with horns and... yeah, it's like a toad with devil horns. This is the only way I can really describe this guy. Okay, he's only just hit 60% HP, so... Sweeping attacks are not good for the brain. Ouch! Let's get over here a little bit. Starting to stand right in front of him, which isn't good. Just gonna heal myself. I can only imagine how hard this must be for a healer to heal. I'm lucky I dodged that. That's one thing I really do want to try in one of the betas is healing at some point, but I really don't want to spend all my time, ow. I don't want to spend all my time just playing other classes. I want to spend my time kind of trying to get a feel for the class that I'm going to play in the full game. Oh, come on, man. Okay, so 40% HP now. Let's jump out of the way. Ow, I jumped into it again. Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay, that really did hurt. I'm probably being a scrub right now because I seem to be the only one that gets low on HP. But like I said, this is the first time I've done this. These guys are all like level 24, 25, so I'm guessing they've all done it before. Just keep out of the way of his front. Consistently doing things from behind. Giggity giggity. Okay, let's get some mana points. Okay, I'm not going to charge at him because that'd be stupid. And overhand strike. 8% HP now. Looks like he's going down any minute. And there's probably going to be a cutscene right at the end. Let's just jump out of the way so he doesn't run straight into me, which he looks like he's going to do. Yep, he did. Overhand strike. Jump out the way. Dash towards him. Sweeping strikes. And 1%. And he is 0.9%, 0.3. And he is dead. Awesome. First, last boss kill. Whoa, what the fudge? The hell is this guy? The fuck? Are we done? Seriously? Is that it? No loot or anything? Ah. Would like to trade with you. Press Alt to respond. Okay. Oh, sick, dude. Awesome. What was that? Was that a weapon? Oh my god. Okay, rare greatsword. That is in... Jesus Christ. That's OP as hell. Whew. Okay, well, thank you very, very much for watching, guys. This has been my first ever try at a dungeon in Tera. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Please thumbs up the video and favorite if you enjoyed watching it. And thank you very much for sticking through the entire video. I'll see you guys in the next video. If this is, like I said before, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, please feel free to go and check out the rest of my content. There's a lot of it. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.